Hello everyone. Hope everybody is having great weekend. Today is the recap of Friday trades and teachings from Friday. Guys, crazy Friday. Really rotation happening in the market. The money started to flow from the mega caps to the mid growth caps. So it was just crazy. Most of the smaller names were going crazy, and we traded so many tickers in the community today, but so it's going to be a lot of tickers that I have to cover today. So I will be fast in most. I'll be fast, but the point that the main teaching from today is the rotation, to understand why the market, these names were running, why the smaller names were running, why the Rivians, UPSTs and all those were running. What was the reason? And the Microsofts were weak. Why were Microsofts the short? Why were Netflix a short? So the money was moving from these mega caps to the smaller names. That's how market works, the rotation. So right, so the funds are moving the money. So that's what we call rotation. And not only that, so the VIX is low. So VIX is at low, and yields are at low. Powell came, so it's more than certain that there won't be any more rate increases. Maybe so all that came together, and it's the first day of December. We got so much money flowing into the small cap. So that's how market works and this is the same character we saw earlier in the year when all the stocks, all the swings were running. So it's the same character now. That's why everything today was going crazy. A lot of our swing ideas I gave in the morning, and by the afternoon they were already paying. A lot of our trades were going. It's really a very bullish sentiment, especially coming to the IWM or the mid caps. So we'll talk about those winning trades as well. So as long as you understand how market works, then you can substantially take advantage of this whole market character, and maybe do good swing trading, maybe find your investment names that you really want to long. So let's see what happens. So today was definitely a special day, first day of December. Hopefully, let's see if we get a Santa rally or not. But I'm going to cover everything from today's plays, the swings, and I'm doing a webinar on Sunday. Those of you who are interested, it's my swing trading webinar with all my swing plays that I have, and my teachings about the swings. So I'm going to discuss all these things in detail: the sector rotation, the swing trading, the money rotation, funds balancing, and funds stationing themselves into year-end push, and all those kind of stuff. How you can consistently have good swing trades and other trades as well. So all right guys, I'm gonna keep it short in the introduction. So those who are new, every day I wake up 45 minutes early. I make my list. I go through all the news sources. I have a bunch of news sources in our community. What you see left side is our community. So I go through all these news, all these movers: Walt Disney, Tesla, Alibaba, Pfizer, and Ulta Beauty. And then I go to analyst notes. These are the analyst notes you see here. Boeing was raised, the PT on Boeing was raised that I shared here. So and then we make our watch list, right? So this is our watch list every day: news plays, upgrades, marketplace, market indicators. And so hundreds of traders in my room are just trading and taking these ideas, executing themselves, and that's what we do day in, day out in our best trading educational forum, sharing ideas. So I'm going to cover some of the biggest winners. If they are losers, I cover them too. But today there was not really anything crazy loser for us. We were always on the main trades we did were on the winning side. And these are the levels I share in the community. You can see the Boeing breakout of 233, or a Microsoft breakdown under 377.80 for the fade. So just an example, you can take a screenshot of all these levels and go back and see how they panned out, and so you will learn a lot doing that. So now that I have given the introduction, and then I also do what I do is before the market open, I put my bias for all my watch list plays, and then what I see at open, what I trade at open, then I do the all day commentary. I'm on voice, I'm typing, I'm sharing ideas, and all our other traders are on the trading floor, talking about all the other plays. So many eyes on everything, right? So okay, so let's start. So let's talk about path, which was nice winner for us today on path. So what was the plan? So path, it was gapping up. You see it was gapping up over my clouds. My clouds are telling me it's bullish. So the plan was we are neutral to bullish. The level of risk is 22. Risking that level, we will long if it holds that level, and if it breaks down, we will gap fill. And as you see, that's what I said at the open. I said long small on the pullback, right? And then I gave the breakout of that I will add more on 2350 breakout, and that's what happened. 2350 breaks out, and then we move our stops up to 2250. My ideal target was 25. End of the day, we did hit that target close to the middle of the day, and when it was pulling back at 512, I personally took the profit, but it did end up holding 2547. Now we will watch it for a day 2 on Monday, but amazing win, right? You're risking 60 cents, you made like more than $2. It's 1 risk to 3 reward trade. That's how you consistently make money. So you can see my live commentary right here. So beautiful win today on path. Let's go to the next one. So let's look at the home run of the biggest win of today was ESTC. Before the market opened, my plan was ESTC was simple. If I show you right here, so my plan was bullish wise versus 94, 92, 98 and 100 was the breakout levels. If it rejects 100, then we would be cautious for a B minus rich short because it's a cycle level, and that's what happened, right? At open, it pushed over the pre-market highs. Guys, remember the setup, pushing over the pre-market highs. And that's when I said long, so long it, and it was 100 psychological breakout, and the rest was all day guidance. You can see here my guidance all day. ESTC long, next target was 107, then target was 110, then target was 110 twice later in the day as well. 105 lotos went 300% on if you were trading options. So amazing trade, right? There was no reason to cut. You add scale in, you take your first profits as it moves higher, then you hold the last piece. I said I will cut if 512 breaks, but 512 never convincingly braked, and it went for another flag push from 105 right into 110 and 111 for a huge win. So that was almost for us, that was $11 per share profit, and even the options went 400%. So these are the kind of the trades we do. We win big, we lose small, guys, right? And I know the thing is people don't want to learn it. If I just put a PNL on top of it, then people will like, yeah, we want to learn it. But the point is, these are the places. I'm showing you the live guidance, what I'm saying, what I'm doing on the voice from start till the end. So it's not that hard. So very proud of this trade today. Today was the day to capitalize, guys. So beautiful A plus setup. I also keep eyes on the daily chart. There was not much resistance over this 100 area, as you see. Next resistance is it's can keep going. Actually, it's a swing setup now, so we will keep eyes on this play for the coming weeks. So I'm going to set some price alerts there for us. All right, guys. So IWM, so IWM was one of the big wins for us today. It was on my watch, especially because the yields were weak, and you already have my levels for IWM. What was my level, right? Let's see, marketplace. So the level on IWM was 180 was the resistance pivot. There was also 200 SMA on top of it, and I did even tweet about IWM. So you look here, IWM, right? So I tweeted that's relative strength, then there was a flag breakout, then whole day it kept pushing into 184, right? So we have the levels, and we have the our plan for the day. So the thing is, IWM is these are the mid cap or small cap stocks which have relatively less market cap and which are in the growth phase, right? They are not like 30, 40, 50 billion stocks. They might be few billions, maybe in hundred of millions, but these are the stocks which are trying to be profitable. They're trying to grow, growth stocks, right? So these are the stocks which really benefit because when the rates are low, because these companies need money, they loan money and all that stuff. So when the rates are dropping, it helps them, and if the yields are dropping, it helps them to grow faster. So investors jump into these. So that is IWM, and that's why it was a big breakout today, guys. Next one. I quickly want to talk about Microsoft today, guys. So you see, so level I gave on Microsoft was 377.80, and I also specifically I talked about yesterday's lows, right? So this 377.80 breaks, you short here, your stops are up on the high candle. Your first target is yesterday lows. If yesterday's lows break down, you add more into your short, right? So look at this, beautiful move on the short side, right? So what are the EMA Clouds rules? EMA Clouds rules says if support breaks under the EMA Clouds, it's a short idea. If support holds and bounces, it's a long idea, right? So support breaks, and so many people had, executed Microsoft in the community, and I was so proud of that, right? So if I show you, everybody was on Microsoft today, right? Microsoft, you can see. So everyone was trading the Microsoft on their own. They were not waiting on my alerts, and that's the thing I'm telling you, the rotation. So IWM was strong while Microsoft, which is basically the huge part of S&P, was weak, right? So maybe Apple was not that weak, so Apple was strong. If Apple were to be weak, SPY would have been slaughtered today. But you can see the money flow out of Microsoft today. So all right, let's go to the next one. All right, guys, here comes our Tesla. So Tesla, all green today, very nicely clean. Tesla, the plan was easy. You see the setup right in front of you. I shared it on Twitter as well, before and after. Even my Twitter followers traded it, and I can show you. Let me show you. So here you see Tesla, right? So Tesla, it was a high probability trading. So Tesla, this is what I posted on Twitter, right? So 230 was the risk, was the channel, and then that's what was, and you add into when channel breaks. Till then you stay small size, and your target was 238 and 240, and today was day too long, right? Pull back to the EMA Clouds, held, flag breakout, hold your trades. I am actually swinging some Tesla right now, but you can see my guidance here, right? I kept saying that 232 is a risk level, higher lows are coming, and 232 held. Then Win came in, he saw the price action, he got long on the starter size, and I said as soon as the channel breaks, if you can read here, I said if the channel breaks, I would add into my position. This breaks, I add into it, and our trade went to our 240 target, guys. $5 per share just from the channel break, and from the 232 risk, that was $7-8 per share, and the lotos paid exponentially as well. So that's how you trade, guys. This is high probability trading that I teach again and again and again. So you have a setup, you have your trend system, you have a patterns, all them combined give you the signal to long. No gut feeling, no buys. Stay with the trend, no buying the dips. Stay with the trend. When trend confirms, you stay long. So Tesla is a great example today. Yesterday we were short, today we were long. It's as easy it gets. If you were long yesterday, you lost. If you were shorting yesterday blindly, you lost. We were on the right side. My whole community was on the right side. Everyone banked on this. It was just amazing. So talking about NVIDIA, guys, so initially what NVIDIA was doing, it was trying to push. So it pushed. I added long, but I said 270 is where 470 is where you add more, right? Let's look at the 1 hour chart. I can show you the 1 hour chart on NVIDIA, that will make sense to you. So this is the consolidation. It's still in the bearish trend, but it's consolidation. So I was looking to trade. So I added long, it pushed to 470. I took some off, then it started breaking down, then I got out, right? Then I got out, and so I only started 1/4 though. And then later in the day, it showed me the setup again. So I cut the lotos, right? So you can see I will cut the lotos, but it showed me a setup again. Then I traded it again, pushing over starter, and then it pushed back to 472. So I did not make really a lot on it because it, the money was flowing in the smaller names, but I got a little bit on it. So nothing special on NVIDIA today, but that was the guidance. So ULTA was today bearish to neutral. It was this range 480 to 465. So you can see, and then 462.5. So it was rejecting 480 all day, and I said if it keeps rejecting, you can short a B minus short setup, right? And if it keeps rejecting, B minus short means you short scalp into the support area, and you do not just keep holding, you cover. That was a scalp. And then 465 is the level which will confirm the gap fill, which never really came, and then it bounced from 465. Look at what I'm saying. So 9:34 I said 465 is your level, and look at where it bounced, 465, right on the spot, right? And then it pushed, right? So you could trade versus that 465. You scalped some long, and I did try to trade the breakout long, but I started here, it failed, then I cut, just a small scratch loss there, but then I didn't touch it because other trades were going much better. This was the only trade if you were short at 480, my 480 short idea, and then you were covering in 467. That was only the good idea that kind of worked out if you followed the plan, and it was as per the plan. Yeah, it held the range. It never gave a signal for a breakout, but it is a range bound trade, so it becomes a little tough unless you really have a good entry at 480s or 465 bounces. So that was ULTA, guys. All right, let's quickly look at the Boeing, guys. So Boeing, as you see, before the market opened, I shared the upgrade on Boeing. So I shared that Boeing has an upgrade, and my pivot level was 233. If resistance pivot breaks, it's a long idea, right? So this reason I'm showing this is because the traders in the community, they traded Boeing themselves for a nice win. Everybody was in trading Boeing. They had a good day in Boeing because of my 233 level. So this was my 233 pivot level, and it went as far into as 235, and it was the upgrade. So that was Boeing. So SMCI, next one is SMCI. Was not my personal trade. I actually missed the opening push over the EMA Clouds. But I was later I pushed the morning opening trade. Later I added some versus this level, 264 area. It was under it, but it was holding, and then it held. See, 264 I added back in, but I wanted to see this 270 breakout, which never came. But I still like it for next week. I think we break out of this 270, so we push back. So let's look at our levels. What was our levels that we shared for SMCI? Let's look at the support levels, right? So 256, 250, 265, right? So my pivots were 265, 268. So those were my pivots, 265, 268 initially, but later I added another level which was 264. So I said watch pullbacks to 264 because I missed the first move, but I said watch pullbacks. Then it pulled back and reclaimed, and then it pushed from 264 back to 270. And then the stops were under 264, and it's a good scalp. So it'll be on watch next week as well. So nothing special, but decent low risk trade on the pullbacks, not on the chases. You can see we never got this level breakout. So let's quickly look at what did we do on Netflix today. So here you go. So Netflix, you see, TT came in, he was on the voice, he talked about this bearish trend on Netflix, and then you see 1 hour is bearish. The first time 1 hour went bearish, and I talked about that it's bearish, and then it broke down of this yesterday's lows, then it broke down out of this bear flag middle of the day. And you can see the comments and everybody in the community who are trading Netflix, and this scalp it was a good short scalps when it broke down from this bear flag or this 1 hour short, so that was nice on Netflix. So you can see Netflix, Anthony did good, he was thanking me. So yeah, so that was a Netflix trade. Let's go to the next one. So for coin, my guidance was simple. The risk was 127, the breakout was 130, 131. So this is the breakout I gave when I saw it reclaim. So it reclaims the bullish pivot, right? And then it's trying to break out, and you see it breaks out, pulls back, resistance becomes support, and continues to push, right? So my target was 135. And as it started to break out, I told everybody to move their stops up to 129. So as you see, 953 is when I said, that this is breakout. And then it pushed to 130, 156. And that's when I said move stops to 129. It held our 129 stops. And then it went on to 134.50. So that was really nice guidance. And also remember, coin was the swing idea versus 100 psychological level that I gave you. So that was coin, guys. Beautiful trade today. Let's look at the CRM day 2. This is what I teach in my earnings webinar, how to play the plays setups which are day 2 after earnings. So day 2 after earnings, if stock goes over yesterday's highs, that's when you long it. And I already said before the market opened that CRM and day SNOW are both day 2 setups. That was a 253 breakout. If you see, even my price alert went in for CRM at 253 breakout. So you can clearly see that. And that was a beast mode from 253 all the way to 263. So this was really a good day 2 setup on CRM. Now if I want to show you SNOW day 2, so SNOW day 2 was a short scalp because it broke under the EMA Clouds. But I did also say that if it cannot break yesterday's lows, it can bounce. So I was on voice talking all about that. So that was a much better play. But if you shorted for day 2 SNOW, you did a good scalp, right? Under this pivot level, this 1 hour support levels, that was good. But CRM was much better setup, guys. Okay, guys, now let's look at some of the swing setups that I gave today that started to work right away. If I go to my chart ideas, I can show you. So you see, so I shared UPST, right? So you see the UPST here, the breakout happening at 28.94. Then this is the breakout happening at 32. And these all ideas were shared on Twitter. And then see what happened after that, and look at this ABNB, right? So look at all of them end of the day, right? So here you go. So what's that, man? 1 second, let me clean up here. Yeah, so look at these setups, look at these swing setups. ABNB, you saw where I gave it at 130s, and where did it go? When I gave it, it was under 31s, and where did it go? And UPST, right? So look at that breakout before and after. So this is the the market where you deploy your money. Every setup, every pattern working, repeatable, no random trades, based upon high probability statistics and repeatable patterns, right? So these 3 plays went crazy right on the watch. So we in the community, I post all the swing ideas and the chart ideas. We watching bunch of them. So a lot of our swings are green, and I try to give the idea, and I encourage people to play them yourself. I don't try to spoon feed people. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to make you better traders. So so that was UPST, just pure beautiful beautiful setup here. And we do talk a lot of option flow. If you see in the community, you know, there was a flow on the let's look at it. So we have like 3-4 flow scanners running, and today we caught so many flow plays. Wish flow was coming in, which went to 50%. You can see the Wish, one of our traders, option hacker, the Wish came in and 5 calls at 0.80. They went, you know, they went as high as you know, how high did they go? They went 50%. The Wish flow came in, right? I posted about AFRM flow, AFRM options, UPST options, and the AFRM went crazy into 38 since I talked about that flow coming in. So, you know, so it was just crazy today. I mean, you know, everything working out. So it's very important to focus on the flow, guys. Flow trades, guys. Wish, AFRM, UPST. It's very important, and that's how you can nail it. That's why I have like 4 or 5 scanners running in the community. I have expert option flow traders which keep eye on these option flows. So so yeah, guys, there was a lot going on today. Really good day on the swings, really good day on the long trades. I'm going to start doing more swings starting next week. Maybe I'll do another video for you guys here on YouTube about the swings. We'll see, but I'm also doing a swing webinar. Come trade with me, and thank you for your support. Ask me any questions, I always answer. Ask me on Twitter, ask me on YouTube, or you can send a message on my website, ripstereducation.com. If you want to join the community, I think they're still running a flash sale, more than 50% off. Feel free to join, and happy weekend. I'll see you Monday. Bye-bye.